My sister said that it would destroy this business. She's like, parents don't want to see their SAT teacher on The Bachelor. So education is secondary. Verbal abuse is still the primary goal that we're trying to achieve. Like, I want to make it clear to the kids, like, I know who they are, even if there were 100 of them in the room. I know what their situation is. We're on the same squad here, right? We want the same thing. If you kill the May test or the June exam, we have the summer to discuss what you should do in the fall. If you get killed on the May or the June exam, we have the whole summer to figure out what to do in the fall. These kids are my family. Like that, I say that like 100%. And actually, I said to my father, because I'm one of 6 kids, all my brothers and sisters have children, and my father was just like, you know, this was like a few years ago, but he's like, you know, this is the time to be having kids. And I was just telling him, like, I don't need to have kids. You know, I think, not that this is the only reason, but one reason why some people feel like they need to have children is to like pass on a legacy. And I do that every day. Someone says, like, I just don't know how I'm gonna get better at this. I could just take a pillow and push it over your face and see what happens after 5 minutes, and then maybe the cold, dark black of what ends up happening next, Allie, is what needs to end up being what happens next. I use a lot of humor. A lot of it's obviously somewhat dark / some of it is obviously kind of like poking fun. What's the word the kids always use actually? Roasting. I guess that's probably the best word to use. Where like yes, you could easily say I roast a lot of the students, but I think that's important. I really do. I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, like seriously, if I lived to be 150, I'd feel like it was 200 years too short. So you can't learn to laugh at yourself. It's insane. I don't get it. And I definitely want that to be in the classroom. The kids understand it. And actually the kids who don't, they don't come back. And I'm okay with that. I've had it happen so many times where kids have told me, I bumped into blah, 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 and I didn't know them. But like we were talking about, like, and somehow it came up that they both come here. And it really does create a bond, you know, kind of immediately, because there's things that we kind of are somewhat ritualistic about, so kids could understand like the kinds of things that would happen in one class versus another, and there's no question that's how like the Cho Fam kind of just came to be. And whether prior to being named that, I would say the essence of it always existed. I suspect, Caitlin, there may be more than you think. Let me find out. The first thing we ask, tell me anything about what the correct answer needs to do, or any aspect of the question that you have to pay attention to. I can do some of the things I do because of the mastery of the material. If that mastery didn't exist, then I would feel like I didn't have the freedom to like really be exactly who I want to be. You multiply by 5, that's what happens in infinite solutions. One equation is a multiplied or divided version of the other. In the classroom, as I said this to students not so long ago, like that's where I'm the most honest. Like that's exactly who I am. That's what you would, if we were not in the classroom, I'd be the exact same way.